to Miami Flow. Make sure you subscribe. We talking Miami Hurricanes football cause it's life. Yeah. Hey, scream if you rapping to you. Yeah. Hurricanes, what it do? Throw it to you if you rockin' with me. Straight to the house, that's another TD. We playing football again. And we gon' take it with the win. That's another sack or another TD or another pick six again. Hurricanes, where you at? Stand up and let them know you in the building. With the bright lights, uniform tight, hit them so hard they gon' feel it. Show them cover two, then blitz. Catch them on the blind side. If you ain't throwing up to you, that mean you on the wrong side. Like HUD 1, HUD 2, you know I'm switching up my count. If you stand in between my championship, then you gon' in on the ground. Welcome to Miami Flow. Make sure you subscribe. We talking Miami Hurricanes football cause it's life.
So the level of confusion that I have right now
is what show this is.
I'm so like
Pero
what like are we gonna rave? Like what? Like
okay.
what?
I went back to space during the intro. I swear to God,
I was like my head. You know how dogs when they hear a sound they just tilt their head a little bit. So I did the tilt by accident, and I didn't know I was tilting. Then I was like, "Where is this going? Maybe it's gonna have a drop. You know, it's gonna have this drop. We're gonna come with the boom, the Miami shit." And that shit got more girly, right? And I thought for real that we pressed the wrong button. I really did. I thought we had the wrong button. I was like, shit. We literally just put the wrong. We did one shit that had no sound.
Yeah.
Now we put some shit and then we got the wrong sound.
Yeah.
And then all the intros of every show in America just came on after that.
That's correct. It's a culture of music, a culture of shows together under one roof.
Yeah. How y'all doing? Everybody good?
Yeah. How everybody's good? Yeah, we're good.
Yes. So speaking of intros, our new shit's coming out on Friday. I can't wait. So I'll just let y'all let a sign coming. So I'm really happy to be here now that I know where I am. I did think for space for a minute. Roller skating after that. Then I thought I was watching another show.
Under wheels in this bitch. Yeah,
bro. Well, I don't even know what's going on, but we have a good show coming on tonight. With a bunch of lies. All the shit we say is a bunch of lies, but we're gonna have fun with it. Shout out to everybody that's already joined us on Monday. The exciting part about what I can say right now next is going to be we have football next week, bro. Mm-hmm. We literally have football next week.
Yes, sir.
And that's exciting. That's exciting. We're going to get into some of that stuff, but we're going to start off with a real good question because everybody is a genius. Everybody's a genius. That's what I've been finding out. One of the blessings of having a YouTube show is you find out that everybody's a genius. You know, so today we're going to put our genius hats on. And you guys in the chat can definitely, contribute, or you can just make fun of us. That works too, Yeah. So if you were hired at the same time that our coach was hired with the same circumstances, right? That he walked into. Let me get Rock and Rant. What's up, Rock and Rant? $5 donor. I know Spring Ball about to hit, but did you guys happen to catch Coach Parrott last night on playoffs and realignment? I did not. I did not, and he left me on red. So I'm not important enough for him. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm not important enough for him right now. But I appreciate the dono, but if you can put in the chat a little bit what it's about, that'd be kind of cool. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Salute.
So again, if you were hired instead of Mario and you walked into what he walked into and you had a 3-year plan, like Coach, we're going into a 3rd year, same resources, same circumstances, all the same variables, all the same intangible, everything the same, how would you have done it? Because everybody's an expert. I'm just saying, like, I'm hearing all these GMs, all these coaches they're just elite. They're just elite. So we're going to talk about what we would have done. And we're gonna start off with. I was gonna say something bad, but I would be nice. I would start off with Joe looking.
Don't do it
today. Really?
No, I don't want to start. I'm not starting. No.
You know, I'm being nice. You don't want to start. You don't want to start. Come on, man.
Sure, I'll start. You know, I'll set it off. You know.
Okay, set it off. We'll go to Joe Ben, and we'll go to the guy in the green room.
My foot is short. I don't know.
Oh,
I have no fucking clue.
You know what we got to do?
Know.
Oh, Ben.
He's a liar.
I know
He's a liar.
No, I want to make sure I'm
clear.
I'm going to take over right quick. Okay. Ben has been the guy that's been getting a lot of the cool things, little toys, and he kind of tells me where to go. I need you to find me where I can get like an eject button, right? So when somebody says some stupid ass shit, I can just press the button and the bitches go up and you do it. Come on, Joe.
It's like the Fast and Furious.
Dog.
Listen, man, I've been going back and forth with this shit all day. So, like, keeping it a buck. I don't think I would do anything different than what is being done currently, except the transfer portal. I do have an issue with the transfer portal. I do have an issue with how it's been used, and what its purposes are for. So in 2022, when he first came, we had 11 transfer portal takes, I think. Frank Ladson, Agude, Caleb Johnson. That was the first transfer portal class. Logan Sagapolo, Jonathan Dennis, and all those guys, right? I don't think you use transfer portal for bodies. I think transfer portal should be used for impact players, in my opinion. When he first got here, the overhaul that happened, we weren't gonna win. We weren't expecting to win 9-10 games out the gate. I hope people weren't expecting it. Right. So with the overhaul, I understand you had to fill the roster. So you had to get bodies in here. But the transfer portal usage, I think you have to grab impact players that are going to make a difference because they're here for a short time for the most part. So I think that's kind of the difference in what I would have done from the beginning. We can sit here and look at the coaching hires, right? So if I'm gonna rebuild a program, I want a staff that's gonna grow with my rebuild, right? So I'm gonna I think the Dawson, the Guidrys should have been done in the beginning, immediately, and not bringing on the veteran coaches that will probably leave, in a year or two anyway. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have let TVD walk to Bama. I'm not gonna lie. Because again, a rebuild is a rebuild. So I want to start with new. I probably would have had, a competition, brought a quarterback in from the portal who can compete with Jakari, and Emory was in the building, and can compete. And just if I'm a rebuild, I'm a rebuild. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna clean all this shit out. If I'm gonna do it, I'm cleaning it all out. So that's probably the difference. But other than that, I don't have an issue with what he's been doing. The recruiting is fantastic. So the culture, A1
for the culture.
For the coach, yes.
Before you go, Ben, I just want you to understand, like, he did start off with, I've been going back and forth all day with this.
Mm-hmm.
And so just know that's what you got to follow up. Okay, Ben? Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, look, first of all, I didn't like the question. I didn't like having to write an essay before this podcast. I wanted to make sure I had my bullet points and shit. I just want to make that known right now. And I was very much taking notes. But it was a dope question because you can't, with that question, you can't just come in here and bullshit it, right? You gotta have a formulated plan, or else you come in here looking crazy. So I wrote this shit down. All right. So Year 0, I bring in none of the Oregon guys. Not one. I don't bring, you know what I'm saying? I don't bring, you know what I'm saying, sand to the beach. I leave those guys where they are. I evaluate because Mario's a national recruiter, right? So he knows guys in every program. Start picking from them. Start building that thing where, we're going to take your cookies like we did with Justin Scott and Lightfoot this year, things like that. So trust myself as a national recruiter. Bring in 10 mercenaries, like Joe said, right? You bring in killers. You don't bring in a guy. You don't bring in a guy that's undersized for his position, that's a tweener, that you just don't do that shit. Like, you know what you got to bring in. You don't bring coaches like you did the first year. You bring in guys to build with the pro. So you bring in 25 to 28 high school players, same as he did recruiting. You don't really change what he did there. Let me see here. What else I got? Have a team meeting with this is where it gets a little different here. Have a team meeting only with the players and let them know that this is a rebuild and they can find new homes now if they need to. This is year 0. Let them know, look, this is it. Just go ahead and bounce. And look, if they want to be here, they'll be here. But the work is going to be different, and it's not everybody leaves. This is what the standards are going to be now. Let's rock, because people stayed. Just like Cam said at the end of the year 1, people can leave now. Set a meeting with the top programs, like high school programs in the state, and ask and have a real conversation with coaches. Look, man, how did Miami fail with relationships with past administrations, and how can we become better? Which is what he's done, right? He's done that across the board, building more programs, building pipelines. Get rid after year 0, which would have been the 5-7 season. You get rid of any excess weight on the roster, people that don't carry that mentality that you want on the team. And the year 1, which would have been last year, you attack the portal again with 10 more Mercs, which is what he did last year with the Kikos, the Javions, the Matt Lees, you know what I'm saying, the Jaden Davises of the world, which year 1 was year 0 was absolute trash with the portal. That's just, we don't need to go back there and do names. So same thing. And with what was it? Mercer Rennies that ready the ball towards NIL. Recruit 30 players from high school, which he did already. And year 2, which will be this year, fucking ball. Like no excuses. You've cleaned house now. Like there's no carryover, right? And we can go through the list. There's very little names. It's a very, very short list that's left from that 22 season. So it's a totally different squad now. So these are little differences that I would have done, but I wasn't like going into 22. Yeah, 22, right? I wasn't the guy that thought we were a player away. Like you saw the guys that left. It wasn't like they left and went to like P5 conferences and absolutely dominated. They went to lower level schools and dominated there because they were already exposed to the P5, so G5 would be easier. The training wheels were off by then. So that's why that's who we've been recruiting, and that changes now. So again, little differences, but that's just what it is. Shout out to the Google Docs for the notes.
Man, my dog came through it like I thought he was gonna bring out the chalkboard or some shit. I was like, it's coming.
Son, I swear to God, I got the fucking dry erase board right there.
Bro, if you saw my office, you think I would be like a serial killer. I have so much shit written down on whiteboards. It's crazy, bro. All right, Al, you got 2 different styles. Now you got to come with your own style.
Year 1, the first thing I needed to do was secure my financial investments and longevity. You have to have money, and you need to know what it is and how much you really have. The thing that we saw with some of these other programs with year 1 people is they made mistakes in their longevity, where they bought everything on the island today, can't afford it tomorrow. So I wanted to know exactly where my equipment was coming, when it was coming, where my nutritional, for the players was all coming in, where you're getting your staff and facilities, fan base. That was what I kind of was hoping for. Was don't
read it. Don't read it.
Oh yeah, no.
Just keep going.
Somebody come Thursday, so it's all good.
Keep going.
So fan base. The thing that kind of like we talked about last year was you raise up the prices on the fans for a bullshit product, and that was one of the worst things I've seen them do in a long time. So to me, it was you need to figure out a way to get them in the building first, because they haven't been in your building enough to have a thick, fan base that's going to be there every week when you lose, because you're going to lose in the first couple of years. So you needed to have that. Lock down your core coaching staff, because like you guys kind of mentioned about the pack, you needed to have people who are going to buy in with him, and you needed to secure that around that group. I put you're going to lose 75% of your team year one.
Mm.
Get them all out. If they said they're a leader on that team, they got to go too, because that team had no leaders. And if they were leading, they didn't lead shit. So
Right.
everybody's got to go. Like you guys mentioned, clean house. 2 and 3, you're building off of that because you have the structure and the foundation down. So you just had to keep going off of that. So like you said, winning is going to be monumental in this last third year. So that's all I had for them is I feel like you had to give it to the fans. You know, I mean, the financials come with the fans. Past that, win.
Mm. All right. I like what y'all said for the most part. I'm very like, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, but there's some things that I know. You know what I mean? And like, I like what he did with his contract. The way he got his contract, as far as things that before he would even agree to come back, there were certain things that needed to be in place. I thought he did that correctly. What I would have done different would have been I would have cleaned out more of the administration stuff, more of the people that have been there for years and years and years. There's still a few people in there, and I would love to mention some names, and I might, because I'm like that need to go. That are still, I mean, there's a lot of new people. There's a lot of people that are riding for him, but there's still a few old heads in there that are not with the times. And that's something that I think hinders progress when you know, on the business end of things, right? I do think that he did a good job with the NIL. I think that's been on point. It's been above par. Like, I agree with Joe a lot about the transfer portal. I don't like how it's been used. If you're going to use the portal, go get me impact guys. I don't need depth pieces. I know some of you are going to say, but we didn't have any depth. I'd rather not get a transfer guy. I'd rather throw a freshman in there. You know what I mean? I think it's so easy, right? Like, of course, we're asking this question after we've seen everything that happened. So it's so easy in retrospect to do this. Clearly, we know we probably would have fucked up a bunch also, right? Like, I definitely think NIL should have some adult establishment for when they come here to see the campus. They should go see some of the adult establishments, like the Office or the Lex, things like that. But that would have got us in violations. So that's where I would have messed up a little bit. But we would have landed everybody. I promise you that. So that's something I would have made the mistake on that one, you know, at the end of the day. I don't like at all going after the blue chip, even though I was rooting for it when we got it, the blue chip coaching roster in the first year. Because you can't bring in Hercules to teach, you know, Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse. Like that shit don't make no damn sense to me. Yeah. Like, I would have done. I think I would be okay with it if he did it in reverse. Like, you would have brought in a Dawson first and a Gidgey first and see what's up. And then once you get all them dogs in there, if these guys got you as far as they can go, they developed. They were the grinders. They were the ones that, you know, were hyped up in practice. Then you bring in the proven dudes. If you were going to bring the proven dudes, I would have done it after this year coming up. You know, I would have done it in reverse. But it's easy. Like I said, it's easy to go in retrospect because you see all the mistakes. And the final thing, and I wanted to bring this up because it's part of something I would have done different, knowing my faults. Remember, this is you. What would you have done different? No, if you had the same situation in Mario? I know that I'm not a good in-game coach. I would have hired someone just for in-game. Like, what's his name from the Rams just did it in the NFL, and that guy's one of the better coaches. He has a guy that literally is there to now call timeout. Don't call a timeout. Dude, like, I think that it's easy in retrospect, right? But I think Mario needs to do that ASAP also for this season. It would take a huge burden off of him, number one. Number two, he ain't good at it. You know what I'm saying? Why cost another game in case you mess up on a couple? Just take it out of your hands and hire a dude that is just there for that. We got the money.
Yep.
Those are the things but the Joe thing and the administration things were the two biggest things. Like what Joe said about the transfer portal, to me, it was a must. We did it ass backwards. And I know Mario at heart was never really a fan of the transfer portal. He wanted to get high school and develop. But now he's starting to figure it out. Like, he gets it. I mean, he went and got Cam Ward. Hello. You know what I'm saying? And then like you said, Ben, the year before, he went and got Kiko, starter. Lee, starter. Like, Cohen, starter. Like, that's what you do. That's what you do. You get those dudes. Yeah, I like the question because you can go a lot of different directions, and it makes you really think how hard this shit really is. You know, when I was thinking about this, I was like, I thought y'all would be like, damn, but I thought y'all would be like, all right, let me see. And then all of a sudden when you started doing it, you're like, shit, like this is a little more. It's a little more than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate y'all. Is Ross still killing people in here? Let me see. Yeah, he just needs the helicopter wings on the top of his head. It's a fit perfect.
I'm telling you, this hat is dope, yo. This hat is fire, Ross. The fact that it fits, first of all, is the only thing I care about. That's
coming for him on Thursday is all I know.
That's my guy, bro.
Daniel says Anthony the strippers at UM do OnlyFans. Oh my god, y'all! I see what y'all been doing. Okay, all right. We're gonna move on. Appreciate it. Like, you guys that are watching the rewatch, because we get a lot of rewatching people. Just comment and give us what your thoughts, what you would have done different, what you like, what you didn't like, whatever it is. Now this past season, again, we're staying on the same theme. Everybody's a genius, right? Yep. Everybody's an expert.
No, not you, Green Room.
Right.
No, not you.
we should just call it as the Green Room for real.
That's it. Change that name, son. Change that name.
That's
Green
tight. The Green Room. I like that.
Green Room. I like it.
In your opinion, looking back now, with your expertise, who do you think you would have maybe not played as much? He didn't deserve to play all the snaps he did. And who do you think should have played more snaps this past season? You know, if you want, I can give you. If you do 2, you got to do 2 on the other side. If you do 1, you can do 1 on the other side. But we're not going to go past 2 because everybody's got to answer, and you don't want to give each other the same answers. We're going to go in reverse. We're going to go with Green Room. Then we'll go to the hat guy, and I've been doing this all day.
I'll put that top on here, son.
No
blurry.
So, again, this isn't no shade on anything. This is just our opinion. If you don't agree with it, then you're not a genius. All right, go.
Yeah, I went with a pretty easy choice. It wasn't due to talent. It was due to the mental side. When one of our receivers started going out of line, you got to pull him. That was who I think you had to pull. And it's not for the whole game. It's not for a quarter or 2. It's based off of how long it takes to get through his head that you're costing us. Plus, they're sending the message to the rest of the team that one of our top-end guys is fudging, and we can pull him. And if you're not on that level and you're fucking up, you'll get pulled out. So you have to set a precedent. It's that Oregon Mario where your ass does not want to go back to the sideline because he is ready for you. That's the guy that we've been waiting to see. But you see one of our wide receivers doing worse shit, and then there's no coach in sight. That's almost like walking into what you heard that Fort Knox was, and there was just a little chain link fence. It's just, it doesn't scare anybody. It doesn't drill in your head like, oh shit, because you know how you had that feeling when you're getting pulled. Shit, like here it comes. And
I don't know that feeling. I never got pulled, but I respect your opinion. I'm just saying, must be a thing over there. Over here, I don't know what that feels like. But
it's just you have to kill off antics. And on the other side, I wanted to see a little bit more rotation with the DBs. I thought that them and the linebackers could have did a little bit more rotation. I like that they had Flag in there, but I wanted to see Flag out of there. Get him in, coach everybody up, tell everybody what to do, get them the hell out, and then get guys that have better speed in there to actually be able to continue to develop. He can continue to coach them the damn sideline. He doesn't necessarily have to be on the field. So 1 or 2 plays, show that he can get some playing time, get him out. Get the new guys in who you're gonna see if they can develop and take that next step. Otherwise, I thought that rotation is a huge thing for this year. I think I really want to see more rotation, especially running backs. Running backs, I felt like you could beat a dead horse with Fletcher, and then you could see him kind of huffing and puffing. It would have been a good time to bring in someone with speed to kind of catch the defense off balance with tempo. So that's my.
Does anybody want to answer my question that I asked, or do you want to just make us some shit and just ramble on about some shit? I guess
he did. I got lost halfway through.
I don't know what you know what it is. He might be watching a different show that came on.
Part of the three
in the intro. Yeah.
I'm listening to Ayo, and I'm like,
it's a trade. It's a trade, bro. The question is a trade.
Escuchó otra cosa. I'm like,
yo no sé lo que pasa, brother. Yo no sé lo que pasa.
Otra cosa. He heard another question. because he came with the linebackers and flag. And,
Right.
and I was like,
The whole team. If I would 11, I would
You get everybody in, get everybody out.
Just
"Hey, yo, what are you drinking, dog? What are you drinking there?"
some tea with honey.
Man,
It
can
actually
you
is.
please do me a favor and answer the damn question?
Yes, I'll keep it very simple. I wanted to see less of Tyler, more JB11. I wanted to see no shade to X, just for the snaps and experience, less of X in the slot, maybe some Brashard or Ray in there, just so I don't go into questions later on in the year. And on the defensive side, a little bit less of Wes, maybe more of the younger guys, for the experience. Because if there's an injury, then you have a linebacker with no experience playing behind them if you didn't have a KJ Chloe. See that, AO? Done. That's it. Look at that. Look at that. How simple it was. That's how it goes. 1 for 1, bro. 1 for 1, bro. I never
I
wanted
wanted
to
the running back, though.
for the record,
Ew.
I never wanted to see Tyler again. I never wanted to see Tyler again after he got benched. I wanted him to go off into the sunset,
Move.
bro. Go to
Yeah.
Wisconsin early. Go to Wisconsin
in there
in October.
week 6.
I'm
shit,
good.
bro.
Give him a damn
But,
jersey
dog,
week 6.
Ayo was talking. I started leaning forward, like, what are you saying right
He's
now,
still
bro?
going.
Like,
He's still
give
going.
me some of that. Give me some in the cup. I want whatever's in the cup. Give me
Yeah.
some.
So I'm still pissed off.
Joe, what do you got, Joe?
Damn it, Ben. I had the same answer.
Yeah, that's what thank God.
Yeah, this is what we do, right?
Mhm.
More of the playmakers like Ray, Rashad, Chris Johnson. We'll do 2. More of Chris Johnson, more of Ray.
Got it.
Just like you said, get the playmakers on the field. They're the speed guys. They can put pressure on the defense that the others couldn't. Less of Lou Cristobal. I didn't need to see Lou Cristobal at all. So less of
It had to be mentioned. It had to be mentioned. It did.
there was, I don't understand the reason, but I'm not in the building, so I don't know. On defense, shit.
All day, back and forth, going with it. Yep.
Yeah, defense. More of less of.
Your life
Good.
is
I don't
on the
know.
line,
On the
man.
defense, I'm good. I was perfect. The defense was great. I don't know who. Everybody was rotated perfectly. I'm good. I didn't want to see. I didn't want to see more of anybody. I'm good with who I saw on defense.
It's been a fucking downfall since the intro. Hey, yo, you have to do something. We haven't figured it out since.
This show is too late for me, son. I don't have a brain
he's
right
asleep.
now. I'm
He's
half
asleep,
asleep
yeah.
right now.
It's all that back and forth all day, thinking. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, no, okay.
I'm good
It's
on
simple. I saw too much McCormick for me. I don't think he
Uh-huh.
blocked at the level. I don't think he blocked
good
at the
call.
level he was blocking at Oregon, and he dropped a million balls. It missed me with him. I mean, I agree with a lot of the ones you guys said. I'm just saying someone different. He needs to. He definitely. I can't believe he came back. I don't understand it. I'm confused. I thought his tape wasn't good last year. I don't understand it. I would like to see less of him. No disrespect to him, but no bueno. And someone on the offense that I would have liked to see more was definitely Ray. I would have loved to see Ray. I wanted more Ray. At least 5 to 7 touches a game. I would have loved him to have.
Yeah.
On the defensive side of the ball, it's no secret for me. I wasn't a Flag fan, so I didn't like that he was in the rotation and got as many snaps. And on the flip side, the reason why that is because I liked Popo and Marsilius, and I wanted them to get much more playing time. And that was driving me insane. I wish Flag nothing but great things where he went, but I would have liked those snaps to went to Popo and Marsilius personally. And that's it. I mean, Tyler was the easy answer for sure. We all should have had Tyler. Go do your thing in Wisconsin. I hope you kill, you get drafted, and all that stuff. Next question. I'm gonna say it a little slower this time. That way we can all understand the question. All right. So there's a huge issue, and it grows every year that people just don't want to play in the bowl game. You know, and it's usually people that matter. You know, your third string guard is not bowing out of the bowl game. It's going to be an impact player most of the time, or your star player most of the time, or players. So I gave you guys a task, you know, God forbid, that what can you come up with that's realistic? Because I mean, you can't beat him, we can't hit him with a taser, like we can't do shit like that. But that's realistic that we can try to fix this issue of guys backing out of the bowl game. I'm gonna start with Ben, then we'll go to Joe, and then we'll go to the green room. All right.
Yeah, please always end with green room because you're gonna have to repeat the question for him, right? And like very slowly, very slowly. Yeah, it's like, man, it's crazy how weather is in Iowa. Fucking squirreled. So, all right. I will go NIL incentives, man. Bonuses for game performances in the game. Obviously, on the NIL side, that's really how you're going to keep them, right? Because they're leaving to make more money to the league. That was as far as that. That's what I had for the NIL. So for the guys that you need for that third string guard, aka I don't know, Lou Cristobal, perhaps. Like, all right, man. Thanks for your time. We'll take your time as a GA because you live here already. Probably still to live with your pops. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that big ass dude. No disrespect. If players are jumping into the league or the portal, I'd have them declare earlier. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like a week before they got a game or something like that. Just go, all right, look, I intend, like, fuck it. We're like 2 games left into the season. Look, I intend to go to the league. They haven't signed an agent. They're still good. That way you could bring in younger guys and get them up to speed on what it is. Because guys are still going to leave for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? The reasons, Flo, you know better than most, could be a bunch of fucking reasons why they want to jump to another team or whatever. Could be family, could be house, anything. So guys are going to leave, but make it financially, you know what I'm saying? If it's a money thing, all right, look, we'll up your bag. We definitely need you to win this game. And if they're going to jump to the portal, declare earlier so you can get those next guys up and get them ready to go. So you know what I'm saying? You don't feel as have that many questions. That's how I looked at it.
All right. Joe?
Yeah, so this is something I've actually thought about before today. So, yeah, we ready.
Look at this guy.
They got to pay back NIL if they opt out of bowl games, of course. Okay, so for people going to the league and that are high draft picks, they're not playing in the bowl game. Let's just keep it a buck. You're good. Go ahead, go get ready for the draft. But for those who are not that, I think a couple of things: a playoff like a bonus, a playoff bonus, like they get in the playoffs in the NFL. NFL, when you make the playoffs, you play a playoff game, you get bonuses. So I think there can be a bowl game bonus, a playoff bonus, or what have you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're gonna have to. That's it. You're gonna have to incentivize it. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna stay for nothing. You know what I mean? If I want to leave and go somewhere else, it has to be something. It has to be incentivized. So that's really the only way you're gonna keep people around to play in the fucking pull-out couch bowl. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna want to play in that shit.
Pull-out couch bowl.
So
it's gonna be a name this year. That's gonna be a name this year.
Listen, man, that's it. Incentivize it. Show me the money. That's what you do.
Joe is so asleep right now, son. Joe is so asleep.
Bro, did you see when he finished? You just sat there and stared at us for like 5 seconds. And then he threw this. And then he threw the yeah.
Let's show me the money was him hitting the alarm. Oh, whatever. You show me the money. Yep, I'm here, guys. Yep, I'm still awake.
Hey, what you got?
They're ruthless on us today, man. Like, first of all, I'm just gonna start off with this. All became because LeBron didn't go to the slam dunk contest. Anyway,
let's
go. All right,
let's go, man.
Let's just go to the next question. Fuck this shit.
You gotta do incentives because otherwise no one's gonna do shit. I mean, be realistic. Pro Bowls, whack as fuck. All-Star Weekend, whack as fuck. Baseball has an incentive, so they all play. So 30% of your NIL, just like a grade in your final for school. Your final is a big chunk. 30% of your NIL goes back to the school if you opt out. That way, my money is still my money for the next year, for the next people. So it's not going to be killing the institution. Second one is you have to make it worth something. So if the school wins a bowl game, they get another home game that next year. So then you're giving the actual game some meaning across the board. So they're taking one bowl home game away from someone who didn't make an actual bowl game. So then you're actually fighting for that too. So that can help you out over the year. The last one I got is get rid of the useless fucking bowls. Like Joe said, pull out game. Ain't
Not
trying to
pull-out
watch
games,
that.
then.
The pull-out game.
Oh,
That was the fucking pull-out game.
Pull out.
It was the pull-out couch game, and if
Pull-out
you don't
game.
finish it, it's the pull-out game.
Pull-out game.
I
I mean,
understand.
people are pulling out all the time. Like that's all it is. Like
That means
Forget
something
it, man.
for
Forget
real.
it, man.
exactly.
That means something.
That's a real thing. Yes, pull-out game
They-
is a
they-
real
they pull out
statement.
games.
Yes.
That pull out. Gotta have a solid pull out game, baby. That's
Exactly.
right. Gotta have a solid pull out game.
Never again. We're never doing this again.
League up.
It's,
Hey guys, thank you everybody for watching For the Culture. This might be the last episode ever.
it's the pull-out game.
Pull-out game.
And then you know what? It is? I double down. I said pull-out game. Not
Pull-out
shit.
game.
I fucked up. I actually fucked up. Nope. I doubled down on it, bitch. That's it.
Put a stamp on it. Fuck yeah, I said pull-out game and what?
Oh my god. For this
24
Don't you
pull-out
got
champs.
kids?
Oh, boy. I don't even know what to do right now. I had a really good answer too, but my shit is fucking.
It's gone. It's gone.
Oh shit.
The pull-out couch game. What the fuck? Show
My
me
dog
the money.
But the best was he said it and then said, "Yeah, I did."
Yeah.
Pull out game.
Exactly.
Fuck it, I'm rocking with it.
Oh shit, my eyes. I went a little more unconventional. I think that it would be cool if the NFL would partner up with like college football and make it where to enter the draft early, unless you're a senior. If you're a senior, you can whatever. But if to enter the draft early, you have to finish all games that are available, unless you have a medical issue, biomedical. Now, because here's the thing, most of them boys get out because they want to go to the league.
Yep.
They don't want to get hurt and all that shit. But I think it helps the NFL to get that eval in the bowl game. Now, you can't do NIL because NIL is not performance driven, unless they change the NIL rule. So I would love to think about the NIL, but you can't do it because that would be performance driven, and that's I know I'm gonna
That's a no-no.
Right, that's a no-no.
Yep.
The only big boy that can step in and do put a parameter, in my opinion, that could possibly, maybe not what I'm saying, but something with a spin like that, is let the NFL come in, which that's where they're trying to go, and be like, look, we frown upon you not playing a game that's available for a team that you just rode with for the whole year. And unless you have a medical issue, you have to sit out, you have to wait for 1 year to go in the draft in the following year or something like that, like some kind of penalty. Instead of just thinking of an incentive, how about this is the penalty? You want to sit out? No problem. Here's the penalty. Or you can't be drafted in the first round. I don't know, something weird like where it's like, shit, like it has to hurt a little bit.
Right.
And they're the only ones that can do it. Let's keep it a buck. Unless they change the NIL rules, NCAA can't do nothing about it. None of the teams can do anything about it. The only people is the people that are trying to go work for it, which would be the NFL. I think it has to be something with the NFL, personally. Maybe not what I said, but something along those lines that has a little more merit.
Flo, you think that shit is realistic though? Because like, if Travis Hunter is a junior,
right,
he doesn't play.
right.
NFL ain't doing that shit. You know what I mean? Not for Travis Hunter or some people.
Let me
like
ask
that.
you like this. You're not wrong, but let me ask you this. What if you could just prolong him a little bit, where you could still, example, you can draft him, but he has to sit out a year or something like that. Like he's yours, because that's the only way the NFL won't do it if they can't get him. Let's say you can get him, but he has to sit in your like developmental system, or he has to be in your practice squad for a year or something like that. I think that if you make it where it stings, you're gonna get a lot more guys that are gonna play, because everybody
You don't
wants
have
to
to
get
do with
drafted.
that many people.
Right. It's not going to be what is it going to be? 40 people, maybe 30, 40 people.
Yeah. The
Doesn't matter.
NFL, will that lessen the NFL's like the NFL's about their money, right? So
Right.
you have Travis Hunter in the league and he's not playing.
Right.
I think that may.
No, you're right.
I
I see your point 100%. I mean, this was one that I went back and forth all day. and I literally,
something. Yeah,
I'm actually I pulled out. I mean, I actually pulled out when I was thinking about it. Just keep it in
the conversation. I was like, I'm out.
That literally just happened, right? All right, we're gonna go to the last question of the night. There will be no pulling out on this question, for the record. It's real simple. Everyone's guessing. I want your guess, and I'd like you to try to be as detailed as possible, if it's possible, on what is the offensive scheme going to look like. Because I'm hearing all kind of little weird guesses because Cam Ward's here, right? And oh my God, it's the second year in the same system. And, we got X came back and Jacoby came back and now Horton's about to step up. And then we got all the – I'm hearing we're going to run this and we're going to run that. I would like, we're the geniuses. We're the experts. Mm-hmm. I'd like to know your take. We're going to start with Joe so he doesn't pass out on me. So Joe, we'll go with Joe. Just like we started the show, Joe, Ben. No, we'll go Joe, AO, and Ben. We'll do it like that. Real quick, the NFL doesn't want them to – I know. You're right, Muhammad.
Injuries.
But the NFL is the only one that can get involved in some capacity. Right. I don't know what the capacity is going to be. I threw out a bunch of shit, but Joe slapped all three of my shits. But I think the only people that can do anything is the NFL. I don't think college could do shit about it, personally.
NCAA is dead. Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, Joe, what are we doing on offense this year? Like, what do you see happening?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with how I started before. I don't know. I have no fucking clue what we're gonna do. Here's what I want to see, though.
Completely done.
It shouldn't look anything like last year. It shouldn't look anything like last year. You have a different quarterback with a whole different skill set. Your depth should be much. You should be much deeper. So you should be able to run multiple. As soon as this dude.
Yo, listen. This is all AO's fault. As this show and you guys are watching, first of all, I want to apologize.
Yeah, bro.
It all started with the Space soundtrack.
Bro.
It all started with the Space soundtrack, and it's just been downhill from there.
Goodness.
I promise we'll be better next time. We're gonna try to finish the show tonight. We're gonna reassess, reevaluate, and AO will not be allowed to drop intros without us approving it from now on, because it becomes the pullout game and much deeper. Is what happens on this show.
As soon as I said it, son, I already knew
it was over. It was over, son. That's it. Your question no longer mattered because you went much deeper. Flo lost it. I lost it when I'm looking at Flo. The show was done. AO's drinking his tea and honey. I apologize, guys. I promise we're professionals. We've been doing this for a while. But okay, pinga. Oh my God. All right, much deeper. You were saying much deeper.
Yeah, with the hand out like this.
Let me retract that. We have depth. We have depth at key positions. You know what I mean? So more packages, a lot more packages, a lot more space. Oh my words. Oh shit.
Brought to you by.
Yes, please go ahead. Yes, go ahead, do that.
Bro, you just said more packages and a lot more packages. I just can't right
you did
now.
have to double down, son.
I'm trying not
Never
to,
said.
dog. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself. Hold up.
That's not gonna help, though. Or pull-out couch, yes.
Oh my God. Hit the like button
All
for
right.
pull-out couch. Yeah.
We left off on more packages. All right. Oh man. Woo.
You good? We good? Who's up? Me?
All right,
Are you
man.
done, Joe?
Go ahead, big dog.
So, more spacing, more space. I'm not even going to mention the word. I'm not even going to mention air raid because people think that shit is some crazy shit. So I'm not even going to mention the word air raid. But I would like to see the spacing that is a staple of the air raid. You know what I mean? So the concepts that are staples of the air raid, I would love to see that. You know what I mean? So that's my points. Yes.
Appreciate it, dog. Thank you.
You got there eventually, bro.
I'm gonna do a recap a little bit later. I'm trying to get through this.
Oh shit.
Yeah, do my best.
Packages, pull out couch, deeper.
Yeah.
This is got it out of control. I'm gonna keep it short just to not keep the wildness going.
Please do.
I want to see rotation at wide receivers. I don't want to see Cam McCormick on the field anymore. I want to see a skill guy at that actual position. Cam McCormick, I respect you, brother. I love that you got your 4 degrees and you're gonna do your thing. You might be a great GA. That's why you're 5th on our tight end depth chart at UHERD. Just because we just want you to coach and show the guys how it's done. I want to see Elijah Lofton on the field. I want to see that movement. I want to see different packages with that shit. See, I'm not gonna double down though. And just I need to see Ray. I need to see skill guys, man. I need to see CJ. I need to see different shit than what I saw last year. If Guidry can cook with losing 4 players on the defensive line, you can cook with all your fucking ingredients. So that's what you need to do. Yeah.
Thanks. I like
That's all
that.
I
I
got.
like that. Ayo, what you got?
Yeah. So I want to see a more of a West Coast offense where you have a more of a moving pocket. I think that was always kind of a strength of Cam was he is dangerous as shit if he has a moving pocket. The dude can just sling it, but you're also giving him that option right off the bat of take off if you see it. So I want to, like you guys kind of mentioned, rotation of the wide receivers. You have so much talent in that room. Get them in, get them out. Just keep flipping them every damn play if you have to. We have the speed. We have pretty good depth. Why not try with this $1 million quarterback that can get them the ball to give them the confidence to get them the development they need? So this offense really should fucking cook. If it isn't, I don't know what to do at this point. You got $1 million fucking quarterback.
Yep. At least $1 million. Right. No, I'm with you guys. I do appreciate all your takes. For me, it's simple. I need to see a lot more motion. I want to see a lot more motion and different formations. I know that he likes to keep a certain formation and run a lot of stuff out of it, but I think this is big boy football now, and you got to evolve a little bit. And I think you have the personnel to have multiple formations. I mean, just getting Lofton here is going to make you a problem because of the mismatch on the linebacker. And then you are deeper and you do have vets at the wide receiver. Sure. So I want to see, everyone knows the playbook. I don't want to see vanilla. I don't want to see vanilla. If you give me vanilla, it better have sprinkles on it. Like I said the other day on the show, it better have a bunch of stuff on it. I don't sign up for the we're bigger, stronger, faster. You know what we're going to do. Stop it. I'm okay with that here and there, maybe in the fourth quarter when you're trying to run the clock down or something. I want to see my favorite, and I'm sure it's probably your guys or your second. I love the offense we ran against Texas A&M. Like, I really like that. Mm-hmm. I saw a lot of multiple looks. We did have motion, different running schemes. And with, like to piggyback off what you said, with Cam Ward here, if you're going to spend the money, you're going to get that type of guy here. Use them. Use them. I don't want, and God, you guys know this. If you guys watch my show or you talk to me out there, you know this was something that was killing me last year. Do not run the RPO or the slow
mesh, Wake Forest.
Slow mesh and never pull it because they know you can't run. So then the backside DN would come and make the tackle every single time because he knows he don't got to stay home. He don't got to stay home. Mm-hmm. So early in the season against Florida, I forgot who our second game is. Even if it don't, I want to see him pulling that stuff a lot. And I'll even keep it like where I end the whole thing. I'll use AO's words: pull out, okay? Don't hand it off. Just pull it out and then run it. Like I want to see him pull it. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
You want to see him pull it out?
I just couldn't. I just want to go back.
Yeah. We can go much say deeper. It though. It's the only way to say it.
We will go much deeper. I literally have to say that everyone is watching the show. This is us. This is really us, though. This is crazy. We're like this shit off the air all the time. Hopefully you vibe with us and understand that we did not have a script. This just really did happen like we did. We're gonna. I don't even know what to say right now, bro.
Rasta says, "Pull out and run." That's what Rasta says.
Oh man, this is
Oh,
I like how the dads are giving the pullout advice. That's pretty funny.
Right.
Everybody with multiple kids, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Someone got 11 kids and telling everybody how to pull out.
It's a blessing that you guys didn't know I was going to bring on Cam as a surprise tonight. It's a blessing that he couldn't make it, because if I would have had Kitchens on and we would have been like this, I'd have fainted. I think I just would have fainted right on the show. Just pass the hell out.
Enjoy the league.
Good luck, dog.
Sorry, I swear we're grown.
You'll miss this one day.
Yeah, y'all coming on later this week. We're gonna be ending the show, guys, because I can't anymore. You guys coming on this week? Who's coming on? I know AO comes on
Next week.
Oh, next week. You guys take a lot of vacations. You know that?
Every other week. So every other week from this week, from our week.
Amazing. I want to do that. And how about you two?
I will be back on Wednesday and back on Sunday, man, right before, you know what I'm saying, the main event of a Flow Show, 6 p.m.
Okay. And Joe, you joining him, or you just MIA also?
I don't know, man. Nah, I'll be there. I will be at the combine this weekend. You know what I mean? Repping at you.
Nice.
Repping at you.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
we gonna
nice.
see what's popping. Yeah.
That's nice. Is that yeah, we'll talk up there. Anyways, I appreciate y'all. I really do apologize if you were offended. It's not personal. It's
Never personal, man. Never.
And whether you believe it or not, it was all accidents, dog. I swear it was all accidents. I'm gonna tell y'all what I tell y'all every single show, regardless of how we end it. It's always gonna be go find someone you love, give them a big hug and a kiss, because life is very short. And as always, go Canes.